So, I am Goddess Just Be, and I'm here with my creation. My creation is the Alchemist oil, the world's most powerful antifungal, antioxidant. Blessings to you too. Anti-parasitic, antimicrobial, and anti-inflammatory. It is a creation of mine that saves my life first, right? Before I even knew you all and decided to share with the masses. I dealt with things such as vertigo, irritable bowel syndrome, wearing glasses because my eyes were so weak. Transverse colon is tied to your eyesight, so clearing that up really helps. Being anemic, fluid-filled bumps, no filter, boo. Look at my skin. Being anemic. Did I say thyroid issues? Not being able to lose weight. Anything, any little common little thing, painful periods, any little common little cold or flu. Hey, I got it, right? Because of two things. One, energetically, there was a lot of chaos in the spiritual realm within my thinking, like, right? As a man thinketh, so is he, right? And so in the spiritual realm, this could be anger, this could be envy, this could be jealousy, this could be hate, um, your abandonment issues or neglect, rejection, whatever you got going on that you think about all day, every day, about the same amount of hours, that right there, that's energy. And what happens is that's energy in the spiritual realm, and everything in the spiritual realm must manifest in the physical reality. And to manifest in the physical reality, it's going to show up as dis-ease, especially if it's dis-ease and disharmony over here in our mind, in our spiritual realm, in our universe. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist all. So that's what happens. And in our universe, in our temple, in our vessel, it becomes chaotic. It becomes full of shit. It becomes full of parasites, right? Thank you for trusting the Alchemist all because we, as a man think it, so is he. All because we thought on that frequency. If you want to understand the matrix, my dear, you have to think in the terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So if you're thinking negative thoughts and always thinking or wondering, ooh, something wrong with the food and they doing this to the da, and you know this, that keeps you in a survival mode. Survival mode is root chakra. Root chakra is letting you know that your ass don't feel safe. Your ass not feeling safe has to manifest because you God. And God word cannot return back to him or her null and void. It have to accomplish that which God sent it out to do. So God be sending out a word of dis-ease and don't even be knowing. And then the disease show up in the body, and then God be like, why me? But goddamn God, you said it, you asked it, you declared that thing. And so we got to be mindful of ourselves. We got to remember ourselves. But when we're in our universe, in our unique matrix, remembering ourselves is kind of hard to do because we didn't forgot. We done been dumbed down to about 10% of our brain capacity on a journey of remembering. So we'd be playing this little role like, oh, I got amnesia, right? I don't remember that I'm a freaking God in this realm. I don't remember that I'm a manipulator of energy. Meanwhile, my day, if I close my eyes and I think about the things that I think about all damn day, and then I open my eyes, surprise! My reality is showing me what I've been thinking about. So much so that we'll say things like, dang, I knew so-and-so was no good. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist all. Instant manifestation, God. When you know something, how did you know? At least you didn't create that thing in that mind. So not only are we doing instant manifestation as it pertains to our physical reality, that things that we see, well, we also doing instant manifestation about the current condition or situation of our vessel, of our temple, of our body, of the dis-ease and disharmony in our body because we thought it up, right? Thank you for trusting the Alchemist all. And this is why the biblical text would say a double-minded person is unstable in all of his ways. Right? Unstable because you wobbling to it. And that wobble helps to create disease in the physical reality. When your body, our body, this is really, really good. This is some good stuff. I'm hopeful that you can get this because I teach this in Esoteric Knowledge on Sundays. But I'm going to give you this one here for free.com. If you could understand this, that our bodies is just vessels. It ain't no damn new thought. Imagine thoughts and emotions and different things just flowing through you as the vessel. Now, right now in this very moment, I could be feeling like I wish somebody would, right? I could feel that way. I could feel that way. It's a teachable moment. I hope you could get this one. I could be feeling, I wish a mofo would. I could be feeling like going off on somebody right now. But being that my body is a vessel, being that I am conscious of my beingness, I understand that as being the quantum field wanting to express that feeling through me, because life happens through me. So since I know that I'm the vessel and that these feelings come and go like little clouds just passing in the sky, then I can sit my ass here calm and collected until that particular feeling flowed through me, because it ain't gonna last. Clouds don't last, they just pass by, right? Just like your feelings. Now, I had the option to sit my ass here and hold my hand, put my hand on this table, or I could have chose to react and go bop somebody upside the head, right? Right? Now, I didn't pick that emotion. All of a sudden, I was just sitting here and I just wanted to go off. I didn't choose that emotion, because life just gonna keep on life into it. You're the vessel. The emotions just come and flow through your ways, and you're supposed to experience that emotion as God and see what that damn thing feel like and let it pass by like it's a cloud and carry on with your day, with your life. That's the difference really between reacting and responding. Like, right? Some people hold on to that emotion though, and they just mean bucking, and they just walking around every day in the physical reality, and they just going off on this one and going off on this one and going off on this one. But I just sat here with you and show you how, even if I feel chaos, I know how to be still. That's what to be still and know that I am God is all about. It's about the stillness of it. I'm being still because I know my body is a vessel, but in the inside of my body, wait, hold up. The quantum field is expressing a feeling inside of me. The quantum field don't want me to go beat nobody else. The quantum field want me to just feel this feeling. Thank you for trusting me, Alchemist. Also, you will say to yourself, well, why the hell I gotta feel this shit, though? I don't want to feel that in this moment. Well, hey, listen to this. Listen to this. Thank you for adding the Alchemist oil to your card. Listen to this here. The reason why you gotta feel that is because after you feel that shit, you gain more capacity, baby. See, life is about capacity. Here's the thing. You need to know. You need to know this. I did not come on here to preach, but guess what? Somebody needs to hear this. Maybe that's you, God. Maybe that's you. God, you asked a question, and here I am, your subconscious mind, helping you with your emotions. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist oil. So you say, wait, I gotta feel these feelings and not act on them just so I could get capacity? Yeah, capacity. Well, what the hell I need capacity for? Well, Tut, you know that thing called abundance that you really, really desire? In the physical reality, pay attention to some of your reflections. Abundance visits them, but it don't sit down with everybody. The reason why it don't sit down with everybody is because everybody ain't got capacity for it to sit down with. You hear me? So you need capacity in relationships. You need a capacity with wholeness. You need capacity with abundance, with love. You need capacity. So this is why these emotions or these feelings are flow through you, and you're supposed to be still and know. So you can gain some capacity. Okay, do what you want with it. Whoever that was for, thank you for calling me forward to help you on your journey and help you remember. Now back to this here. The gods got me answering all kind of questions on this live. The Alchemist oil, the world's most powerful antioxidant, antifungal, antiparasitic, antiviral, antimicrobial, antibiotic, anti-inflammatory. How do you use it? I'm the creator of it. I'll show you. You place a half a teaspoon. Let me open it up a little bit. A half a teaspoon of the carrier oil. This is the carrier oil, which I'm about to run out of. And you can see at the bottom, they have little clove buds at the bottom. This by itself is really highly beneficial for children. I recommend using this one here for children, for hyperpigmentation, for children hyperpigmentation for adults, moisturizer on the scalp, especially if you have alopecia. But for children, they could go underneath the armpits when they start to smell a little raunchy instead of antiperspirant, at night before they go, after they shower or whatever and go to bed. It could go underneath their armpit, and adults underneath your armpit, and it'll alleviate that odor, the odor in the abdominal cavity. It could go on the bottom of your feet. It could go on various places for children. But here is the Alchemist oil, the wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, the powerful one, the potent one in the glass bottle right here with the warning sticker, because it has a little numbing type burning sensation on contact. So we're not going to use this one here on children. This one here going to be for adults, right? Because children, they really don't be having much of nothing going on but the eggs and little larvae from parasites that we're going to be talking about tonight. But nonetheless, the Alchemist oil carrier, a half a teaspoon of it in the palm of your hand. And because this one here is really, really potent, you only need 1 drop. Yes, I said one drop. This one here is my personal bottle here without the label on it. So we're going to use that one first. 1 drop. And I'm going to count it. 1. So we got 1 drop of the Alchemist oil diluted with the carrier oil of choice, and you get both of these if you purchase the bundle. Now what we're going to do is stir that around in my hand. We're going to stir this around because that 1 drop, I don't want it to tingle. I don't want to just grab that 1 drop and put it in my navel. I have to make sure it's diluted. And I'm touching myself at the same time. So touch is medicine. So this is me regulating the beginning part of me regulating my nervous system. Now I'm going to place this here inside of a place that's connected to my abdominal cavity, to odors, to parasites, to critters. I'm going to place this in a place that's going to immediately do a reset on my nervous system. It's going to be the reset button. And the reset button is no other place than the navel. I'm going to place the Alchemist oil inside of my navel. And immediately, I'm going to take a deep breath in. Because it feels so good. And blow it out. If you have your Alchemist oil with you, go get yours and put it on your navel with me, y'all. Take a deep breath in. It's so calming. And blow it out. One last time. Take a deep breath in. And blow it out. So the Alchemist oil on contact has caused the body to be regulated, that nervous system to be calm. Anything that was causing some irritation like irritable bowel syndrome in this abdominal cavity, any type of yeast or fungus or overgrowth inside of this abdominal cavity, that means being raunchy up in here, that means your beer belly, that means your big back, that means you leak from your leaky gut, that means you hole from your ulcer, that means your irritation from your irritable bowel, anything that's going on in here, it just feels like a calming sensation throughout the body from the head to the toes. Okay? And so the Alchemist oil is one of my offerings for immediate embodiment. Pure alchemy. You could be wishing somebody would, but then all of a sudden you place something on the reset button called your neighbor, and you like, oh, don't worry about it, sweetheart. And this explains why so many people have such great nights of sleep when they place this on their neighbor, because if they were dealing with insomnia, now they're calm and they're like, dang, I went to bed and I had dreams and I lucid dreamed, and maybe I think I was snoring. It was just one of them slobbering types of sleeps. All right? This explains that, because that inflammation that was going on inside of here finally subsided. The reset button finally been pressed. The nervous system finally done got regulated, if only for one night. But an interesting thing also happens because these here Alchemist oil, the herbs inside of here, has been used before for centuries in herbal practices. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist oil. Yeah. So immediately it begins to unalive critters that was in here too, right? Not only dealing with the fungus and the inflammation, bacteria, but it unalived critters. And critters, when they're inside of here, they're sucking your life force, kind of like this. And this explains why people in a physical reality, the person with the white coat will tell them, you low on magnesium. How the hell you get low on stuff? You got a leak in your ass, Scott? The Alchemist oil unalives parasites. It supports the body's skin health, eliminating odors, because let's face it, the critters inside of you, this larva, the secretions from them, it stinks, right? And so when it stinks, the whole abdominal cavity starts protruding, you get bloating, and you're funky underneath here, and you wear antiperspirant under here, and then it gets to a moment that you become so full of crap and so clogged up that the antiperspirant doesn't even work anymore, and you're sweating through the antiperspirant. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist oil. We're not even supposed to be wearing baking soda underneath our armpit. Baking soda is supposed to be going in our mouth. Before I started, I put some baking soda in my water, because this is where the baking soda is supposed to go in here. Because the barrier of your gut, the lining of your gut, it needs the baking soda, because the acids inside of your stomach are so acidic that if you didn't have a thick lining, you get little holes. Oh, wait, holes like ulcers? Yay. You get leaks. Oh, wait, hold up, like leaky gut? Yay. You get irritation. Wait, hold up, like irritable bowel syndrome? Yay. That's why baking soda is needed in your water, hence why you should be drinking spring water, because it has sodium bicarbonate, known as baking soda. Not going underneath here. Baking soda underneath here is found in the mark. When they open up the abdominal cavity of people's body, they see baking soda, they see yeast, they see fungus. You mean to tell me that antiperspirant underneath there, clogging up everything, wasn't so good after all? Oh. Antiperspirant. I was supposed to clog this up. No, why not though? Because it's moist. It's dark. It's hot. That's a breeding ground for fungus to grow, and you're gonna clog it up with antiperspirant? No, fungus, don't you come out of there. Make it make sense, y'all. We the gods. God ain't supposed to be full of shit. Sure ain't supposed to be full of fungus. But we do that. So the Alchemist oil and the carrier oil could go various places. I share with you in the navel. That's the place that I recommend as the creator of the Alchemist oil, because I know we have a lot of people with protruding bellies. I know we have a lot of people with big back. I know we got them beer bellies, which ain't nothing but liquid yeast, the brewer's yeast, and all these different yeasts in the beer. And things are protruding. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist oil. And so when you place it in the navel, all of that in the critters begin to subside, right? But there are other places you can place it. I talked about being raunchy. I talked about baking soda not being underneath here. So with the remains on my hand, you could place that underneath your armpit. Oh, yes, you can. There's also Be Fresh. It's a body splash created by Goddess Just Be. You can wash with that underneath your armpit. It has some of these ingredients inside of it in a liquid form. Another one of my offerings. Call me back if you need that. But you can place it underneath your armpit. You can place it on your neck where you have a gang of lymph nodes. You can place it on the small of your back where the critters try to hang out at. That's why a lot of people be having back problems. Ain't nothing really. No injury really going on back there. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist oil. Got a sack of critters sitting back there, because how your injuries move after you put the Alchemist oil on it? What do you mean your injury moved? And then all of a sudden you had to go to the bathroom. What kind of injury was that? Make it make sense. You can put it on the soles of your feet, the palm of your hand, because nerve endings are on the palm of your hand and on the soles of your feet, right? You can put it on from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. It don't matter, but this is for adults. This is the one that children can use, right? Together, there's a bundle. You could get this one here by itself if you have another carrier oil of your choice to dilute it with. But if you need a carrier oil that's highly beneficial for all blood types, get the bundle. And let me tell you something. All blood types do not benefit from castor oil. Castor oil could never do this here. It doesn't have these properties. But nonetheless, I share with you the creator, me. I'm the creator of the Alchemist oil. I share with you how to use it. A half a teaspoon of the carrier oil with only one, I repeat, one drop of the powerful, tingling, activated, world's most powerful antioxidant that causes a little numbing, tingling sensation on contact. One drop of it. Just one if you're going in your navel. Just one if you put it under your armpit. But then you could use up to 2 or 3 drops, because it's that potent, you don't need that much, on your shoulders, if you have arthritis, if you have a tummy ache or something, you know, on a thicker skin, like, right? The soles of your feet maybe more, right? On your scalp, if you have alopecia, aka fungus in your head. Yeah, that's what that is, fungus. The Alchemist oil is antifungal. Did I say that? Yeah. So I share with you, I'm the creator. I share with you how to use it. I shared with you where to place it. How often? How often? 7 days on, 2 days off. Thank you for viewing and trusting the Alchemist oil. 7-2, 7-2, 7 days on, 2 days off. Just like the man with the white coat when he gives you those rocks. You don't want to just do it one day and stop. Swallow all your rocks. All right? So just no different. Put it on your navel 7 nights in a row before bed. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist oil. Don't just start and stop, because I told you that the Alchemist oil unalives critters. You won't be walking around in the physical reality with a gang of dead critters. Oops, I shouldn't have said that word. A gang of unalive critters. Right? You don't want that. Your job while placing this on your navel is going to be to hydrate your body. Stay hydrated. I just placed it on my navel. Let me drink. Whew. That's some good water. So you want to stay hydrated. You want to carry your ass to bed at night too, because it's going to relax you. It's going to calm you. It's going to soothe your body. It's regulated your nervous system. So the next best thing to do is to carry your ass to bed. Carry your ass to bed. Stay hydrated. 7 days on, 2 days off. 7 days on, 2 days off. 7 days on, 2 days off. Or you could just do 7 days. And so just doing 7 days, you're going to notice the load of critters that was inside of this abdominal cavity is going to decrease. How are you going to know that? Because you're going to get more energy. All right? Because you're not going to be tired all the dang time. Because you're going to have more bowel movements. Because the unalive critters, they're coming out that ass. Yeah. You're going to know that by the way that your body is going to be getting to feel. You going to know. You ain't going to know just because I had told you that. You're going to know because the reset button, aka your navel, has been touched, has been simulated, has received the message to release. To release what no longer serves me. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist oil. And simply by your touch, you touching yourself, that's the medicine. That's the ritual. That's why you take a deep breath in and blow out all that does not serve you. All right? Because this is truly you doing a ritual with yourself. And your body knows you. Your body wants you to touch you. Your body wants you to medicate you. It's all about you. That's why when you go to the person with the white coat, they ask you on a scale of 0 to 10, how do you feel? Because this is your reality, God. Your savior that you've been looking for. Right? Thank you for trusting the Alchemist oil. So the Alchemist oil is immediate embodiment. That's why I call it pure alchemy in a bottle. Just like you in a matrix. All right? I also offer body support in the form of other items such as Be Fresh, which is a body wash for them stubborn odors. Call me back if you're interested. Other body support would be maybe my 7-day meal plan based upon your blood type, because guess what, God? All things are energy, frequency, and vibration. There are 4 different blood types in this realm. And the coding of this energy is that you was going to get information from the blood type that you are. And you was going to get inflammation from the foods that are of the blood type that you are not. Your blood and the food that you eat in the matrix create a chemical reaction on contact. And it just happened on contact. Sometimes you'll be chewing on something and it's just causing you inflammation. You know, because after you eat it, you feel some kind of way. So that's where the 7-day meal plan comes in at. Weight loss cheat codes. Some foods make you gain weight based upon your blood type. Some people help you lose weight. This is just coding in the matrix, God. Everything is coded. Everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. I keep on telling you this here. My other offerings is my wild yam butter. My wild yam butter, it looks like this here. You can place it on your skin. I love to help people with things that go on their skin because we be forgetting that the skin is the largest organ from head to toe. Larger than any other one that's in here. So for women with hormonal imbalances, fingertip them out. Twice a day. For men, just once a day. Wild yam butter. Call me back if you need that. For deeper alignment, I offer spiritual courses like Beyond Matter. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist oil. Like the spiritual reason why your ain't sick, God. Them chakra pools of energy explained one by one. And for ongoing guidance, I teach on Sundays esoteric knowledge for the gods. I do consultations. Yeah. We have a whole community called UBU, the Unseen Beehive University, where you can be the real you finally, because we be tapping into the quantum field. You know, the darkness that was on the face of the deep. Energy. Yeah, there. But nonetheless, the Alchemist oil is for immediate embodiment, immediate reset. But if you need anything deeper, you call me back, God. If you feel called to the Alchemist oil, it is linked in the orange shopping cart below. But God, let's go a little deeper on this immediate activation with this Alchemist oil, and let's talk shit. Let's talk about the things that was known as shit that was inside of your vessel, God, that needs to come out. And really, when we're talking about this in the physical reality, what we're really doing is alchemy. We're performing alchemy because we are purging the shit out of you in the physical reality. And you could tie the two together. Physical, spiritually. Ain't nothing but yin and yang. There's all two sides of this energy, this polarity. So if we tackle the critters and unalived critters in the physical reality, guess what's going to happen, God? You going to feel spiritually better. You know, your energy in motion, your clarity, your joy, your peace, your love, your power. You're going to bring that back online. Because as within, so without, on earth as it is in heaven, God, they two work together. Spiritual realm, physical realm. So we about to tackle some critters that was inside of you. And guess what? Spiritually, this going to send your ace, God. And it's going to help you remember. And that's what this journey is all about, you remembering yourself. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist oil. That's what it was all about, you remembering you. I'm just here to help you with some capacity and stretch yourself out so you can put on the whole armor of God. So this is now the TMI version of this live where we talk about unaliving critters in the gods. Because some of the gods turned their temple into a den of thieves when it was supposed to be the house of prayer. So if you can, don't worry about it if you can't. Type in the comments TMI, because we're about to talk shit. And I just want at least one TMI to be in the comment. That way people coming through and they hear me talking and they don't know what's going on. They'll see the TMI. I'm like, oh, she really is sitting up here in the witchy hour of the night talking shit? Yeah, we about to talk shit. And if you bougie, maybe you won't get your ace up out of here because we really about to talk some shit. Thank you. I appreciate you. Before I begin, God, I want you to ask yourself a question when you're sitting on a throne, aka shitting. Are you a looker backer? Ask yourself that. Don't answer it in a comment. I don't need that. I don't need to know that. I don't need to know. Keep it to yourself, God. When you release waste from your waist, God, are you a looker backer? Do you look in a commode or do you stay straight? You just flush the toilet and get up out of there. You either a looker backer or you one of the bougie gods. It don't matter. All is God. You could be whatever thing you want to be in this realm. There ain't no wrong. Ain't no wrong. Ain't none. Just keep that answer to yourself as I go over the ways that you're going to know for yourself that you've unalived critters just by placing the alchemist oil inside of your navel before you went to bed, God. Royal. Because I don't want you, the God over there, having my stuff, my creation. Because I'm a God over here in my simulated environment, and you a God over there in your simulated environment. And I'll be damned if you got my stuff up in your hand, God, and you go tell the people in your universe that I don't know what this stuff do. This lady, she seemed like she knew what she was talking about. I just went along with it. I don't know. No, God, no, God. We not gonna do that with my stuff. Yeah, my stuff is called the Alchemist oil. So God, I want you to know in your kingdom that you just perform pure alchemy in your body, and I need you to know what happened in your body, God. So we gotta get to talking shit. We not doing that. You gonna know God. Because to know yourself is to know God. So if you're a looker backer, you're going to see the next day when you go to have a bowel movement, you're going to see, number one, God, you're going to see some eggs. Thank you for trusting the alchemist, all. Eggs. They didn't come out the bottom of the commode. If you a looker backer, they came out of that ass, God. When you place the alchemist oil on your navel, you're unaliving critters. And God, I need you to know. I need you to know what the daggone critters look like. So, you say you thought to yourself, you didn't type it in the comments, that you were a looker backer. Here's a turd. Yes, we're talking shit. If you're new to my life, somebody got to do it because some of the gods full of shit. If you're looking back, here's a stool. This is a turd, right? And you're looking back. It's brown turd and it has specks in it. A lot of specks. If you're a looker backer, you're going to see the specks in the stool. And you may think to yourself, how did those specks get there? I did not have seeds today. Because these specks are going to be ivory in color. Normally, they're ivory. Sometimes they'll be black specks. But they're just like sesame seeds. Sesame seeds have the little ivory or the black. Go figure. If you don't know what sesame seeds look like, they have the ivory looking sesame seeds on top of the bun of McDonald's. I'm sure you done had one of them things, right, God? Sesame seeds. These are specks. These are eggs, God. And they came out of your ace. Because you placed the alchemist oil on the navel and it activated the reset button. It unalived critters on contact. It was akin to you oil pulling. Yeast, fungus, parasites, bacteria, inflammation was being pulled because when you placed it on your navel, the oil pulled it. Then they had properties inside of it. That was the antifungal and parasitic and different other properties. Even giving you the anti-inflammatory and the omega-3s right here in the abdominal cavity. Where the fungus and the yeast and the baking soda and all of the big back and all of the protruding belly from the biz, all of that's up in there, from the leaky gut, from the ear to bowel, and from that hole you call the ulcer. All of that food, all of that stench, got away for this. And so there's 3 stages of parasites. Some of these critters, the little babies, the little eggs, they couldn't take it. They couldn't take the alchemist oil. It knocked them out like light. So now you're seeing that in the commode, God. As within, so without. Right? You're releasing waste, but hey, this is physical in the spiritual reality. You clearing chakra pools of energy. Yeah, God. And I feel so proud of you. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist all. Number 2. Yes, we're talking shit if you're new to my live. Number 2. If you are a looker backer, this is the second thing you'll begin to see as you continue to place the Alchemist oil on your navel before bed, and you carry your ass to bed and you stay hydrated. And when I say hydrated, I'm talking about you drinking. Your weight divided into 2 equals the amount of ounces. If you're 200 pounds divided into 2, that's 100. So you need to be drinking your 100 ounces of water, gold. Right? So number 2, if you're a looker backer, you go to the restroom and you begin to see larvae. This is the second phase of parasites. You know, they got the egg, then they got the larva. Number 2. Yes, we talking shit if you're new to my life. So you look back, you're on a commode because you're a looker backer. You said you was. You look back and now they have this pasty, mashed potato consistency bowel movement. He ain't even whole, eating like a turd. It's just whoop. And that probably be how it sounds when it comes out. Whoop. But wait, hold up. You breathing. You gotta breathe in a bathroom, right? And you begin to smell that this is the most grotesque release that you've ever had in your life. Why is it so funky? Why is it so funky? The God might be asking, right? Because that's secretions. That's larva from parasites. That ain't regular mucus. That ain't regular bowel. That ain't just your waste. That's an accumulation of the critters' waste. Because let me tell you about them. You had pissed them off on the first night. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist oil. You had pissed them off on the first night when you unalived their babies and stuff. And so the mama and the daddy and them and all of the other colonists, they were like, wait, hold up. We was trying to become the host. We was trying to become the God inside of this God. And now this joker done put the alchemist oil and destroyed or unalived some of our children. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist oil. So let's square up on this person. And to square up on this person, what we're going to do is we're going to spit inside of them. We're going to piss inside of them. Shit too. Lay some more eggs. Give it all you got because we're trying to stay alive. And all of that nasty stuff that they did inside of you, it stank, it's funky. It's called larva. And now it's in the commode. All right? Yeah, it's squaring up. hey, I see you. All right? So now it's in the commode. That's why it's so roach. That's why it's so pasty. You probably have to clean the commode now because you can't flush the toilet. The water ain't going to make that slime go away, right? That was the stuff from in that gutter area. It's like a funky garbage disposal. Or better yet, a pipe, one of the PVC pipes underneath the kitchen cabinet that just came loose and it just got that black tar stuff. Oh, it stinks. That was number 2, larva, God. Number 3. This is how you know the Alchemist oil is working. You know, you're gonna experience it. And then when you experience it, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this girl educated me and this stuff is working for me. And now I know. And now I'm clear. I know my reset button. I know what this do for me. Now I have it in the cupboard and I have it had a shelf life of 2 years and I can use it whenever I want. And oh, I'm so excited and I got this clarity. Oh my God. She's nothing like the person with the white coat, because the person with the white coat would have said, hey, you need to come back and pay $19.99 for every 2 weeks for that. But you just get your one bottle and it lasts me forever. And it's so powerful. It's pure alchemy in the bottle. Number 3. If you're a looker backer, you on a commode. Yes, we're talking shit if you just came to my live. You put the Alchemist oil in your belly before bed, in your belly button. Hit the reset button. Begin to unalive critters. Now you're on a commode and number 3 is in there. Number 3 going to be the adult critters. Worms, parasites that you done unalived by placing the Alchemist oil on the navel. And these critters came out that ass. They didn't come from the bottom of the commode again. They came out that ass. The reason why I'm sharing this with you is because I already know you know what hookworms, pinworms, and adult parasites are just a regular worm that be in the garden outside. The reason why I share this with the people is because number 3, the adult parasites, some of them can be misunderstood for tomato skins or for bell pepper skins. Because let's imagine this is your turd, you're a looker backer, you're looking at your turd, it's brown, but then you have these red little skins, like the peel of red bell pepper or red tomatoes. And you're thinking to yourself, wait, hold up, I didn't even much eat tomatoes. Because I understand already about the body support, and I already downloaded my 7-day meal plan from Goddess Just Be. Because she's a blood type connection catalyst. And on there, it told me that the tomatoes is a nightshade. So I've been leaving them alone. That's why it always used to cost me information when I would eat spaghettis. Because they're nightshades. So how did I get a tomato in my bowel movement then? Since I'm a looker backer. You might be asking yourself, well, those aren't tomatoes. Those are called flukes. And they're coming out that ass. Better out than in it. Egg out. So here we go, the 3 stages. First stage was the eggs. These are the 3 stages of the parasite's life cycle. And you have successfully seen them or know that the alchemists all unalive them. Eggs, larvae, adult parasites. But some of you probably say, well, wait a minute, you asked me if I'm a looker backer. I'm not a looker backer. I'm bougie. I'm a bougie god. So I keep my face or head straight and I just use the bathroom. I wipe myself and I get up out of there. Yeah, we talking shit if you just came to my life. Well, if you bougie and you didn't look back, that's okay. You still gonna get it. Because remember, you still got to breathe in that bathroom, right? That larva consistency, that mushy mashed potato consistency bowel movement, which is larva secretions from the critters. Oh, baby, you ain't going to miss that smell. You ain't going to miss that one. That one going to give you a run for your money. I don't care how bushy you are. I don't care. You don't have to look back. You got to breathe. You got to smell yourself in here. And you're going to be like, oh my God, what is that? Because it's the stuff that was in here for a long, long time, causing fungus and inflammation and yeast overgrowth and odors. That gotta come out. Also, if you're bougie, I don't care if you have the bidet, I don't care if you have the little wet wipes. You need to be careful with the wet wipes, though. Because they got all kind of crazy ingredients in the wet wipe. And so you don't want none of them juices going up in that booty hole because it goes straight to your bloodstream. I just thought I'd tell you. But nonetheless, you bougie and you keep on wiping with the wet wipe. It comes a moment that you still got to get the dry paper and do a wipe, that one last wipe to make sure that everything is off of it, right? Gotcha, bougie. And so right there, you could very well see on that toilet tissue that you thought was going to be clean, little specks, little eggs, probably a little streak from that larva, or you might end up getting a little touch of one of them critters, aka a worm, and you'll see how long and slimy that fellow was, right? So you're not exempt even if you're bougie and you don't look back. Don't send me no picture of your shit, you hear me? Thank you very much. Don't go looking for my email address and send me no shit pictures. I'm gonna block your ass, you hear? I don't care how many detoxes I sell. I don't want to see your shit going. You hear me? But these are the 3 phases, the eggs, the larva, and the adult critters of them being unalived in your system. This is why it's so important you don't just do this here, Alchemist all on the knee for just one night and just quit it, because they're going to multiply. They don't multiply by 1 and 2 and 3. They multiply by thousands. This is why it's so important that you hydrate yourself. Your weight divided into 2 equals the number of ounces of water that you need to be digesting. This is why it's so important, because you don't want to be walking around with unalive critters inside of you all day long. You want to get them out faster so you stay hydrated. This is why I share that I have the 7-day meal plan. You probably want to eat beneficial foods instead of things that's going to cause you inflammation. This is why I share my other services and offerings, such as the Wow Yam Butter, to regulate your nervous system or your hormones or your hormonal system at the same time, to do a full body reset. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist Oil. This is why I share with you my deeper ways of getting to deeper alignment with courses to figure out how in the hell your chakra pools of energy got out of balance from the get-go. Was it that root chakra? Was it because you never felt protected or secure? Was it your desire, your creativity? Was it your power or the lack thereof? Was it the fact that you didn't want to give love or didn't know how to receive love? What is it the fact that your ass didn't know how to speak your truth? Or was it the fact that you didn't want to get to know thyself? What was it, God? Because anytime any of the chakra pools of energy inside of us is out of balance, we gonna create some damn dis-ease to show what's going on spiritually. You hear me, God? Or did you call me for ongoing guidance? Because we all vibrating at different frequencies. Some people just want immediate embodiment. This is the way. The Alchemist, or immediately reset, immediately, something you could see, like the critters I was just sharing with you. Immediately, I just want to be able to rest. I need to get rid of this insomnia. Immediately is the orange shopping cart. We got people on that frequency. Give it to me now. I have a backup page. It's called it's a lifestyle / TikTok shop, where I do a lot of TikTok shop videos over there. When I'm talking about health and wellness to the people, they got a lot of sick people over there, right? When I'm talking about health and wellness, they just be like, just get to the point. Because sick people, they nerves be bad, their nervous system be a wreck, right? Just give me something immediate. And this is the thing for them. This is the thing that'll put that pain, that arthritis, that'll stop them from having so much of that brain fog and that tension and that neuropathy and stop itching from the eczema and psoriasis and the bed bugs or whatever they got going. This is for that immediate embodiment. And shopping cart below the Alchemist Oil. But then there's so many other frequencies, just like there's so many other blood types. Then we got the people that just want body support. They want full body support. Like, give me the sustained detox. I know those are bitters, but let me consume some more teens. Even though, don't panic, this right here is organic. But they be wanting to get deeper and deeper and deeper, right? Give me the 7-day meal plan, they'll say. I want weight loss cheat codes. I'm so tired of being overweight. I want to learn. I want to get to know myself. Then there are others that want to even go deeper and deeper. They want to know why. And so the whys is for like the courses. The spiritual reason why people are sick. My mind knew, but my heart loved anyway. The Beyond Matter courses. And then when people begin to figure out why and that they're God, then they want to go a little deeper. That might be you, God. With the ongoing knowledge. That's when we rest in presence in my community called UBU, the Unseen Beehive University, where we tap into the quantum field. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist Oil. We're the observer. We know how to witness the I am. Well, we equal with God. Well, we don't think it blasphemy even to say that. I and the Father are one. When I move just like that, right? And so that would be my Zoom Sundays. But that's deeper. See, all of this is full circle. All of this is energy, frequency, and vibration. And we all vibrate at different frequencies, God. That's why there ain't no right or wrong. That's why you can never, ever get it wrong, because God wants to experience it all. God wants to experience every frequency on that polarity. Sometimes God gets sick. in this matrix. But God ain't really supposed to be sick, because at the total totality of God, thank you for trusting the alchemist, all God is love, power, and sound mind. But God come forth in the matrix on this side of that polarity, and sickness be over here. God being full of shit be over here. But God wanted to experience that though. I shared this with you purposefully in the beginning of this life. It was about capacity. Why God wanted to be full of shit and be sick and forget that he God? Because of that capacity. Returning back to capacity. That capacity is known as the I amness. Who do men say I am? How do you get to becoming the I am again? Oh, every frequency in between is helping you with this thing called capacity. It's nothing but pure alchemy. And you are the alchemist in your matrix, in your universe. From the good and the not so good things that's going on in your life, it's you. There's nobody else to blame. You create your own reality. You have a soul's blueprint that you already wrote out before you came in this body. And you're just trying to remember the soul's blueprint. But here's the thing, let me tell you this here, because I know you get tripped up over this one here, God. Sometimes your ego be wanting to run shit. But you got a soul blueprint. Sometimes your ego get in the way and you be saying, well, no, I want to do it this way, but I want to do this, and I want to do this. And that ain't what you had said before you came forward. Remember, the Bible tell you this here. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. Remember? You starting to catch on, ain't you? Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. But then you come with this little ego and you think you want to do this and this and that and the third. But no, hold up. Be still. Be still. Be still. Thank you for trusting the alchemist. All. Be still. You have a soul's blueprint. And you know when you're going toward the soul blueprint by the way it feels, by the doors that is open up that way, by the ease, by the flow, by you being still and allowing life to take you there. Because guess what? That's the way. That way gonna be so effortless for you. But you just hold it just a little bit when your ego get in the way. And you be thinking your person is running shit when the person is only 0.01% of this human experience. Your soul is that gangster 99.99999%. But you ain't getting it wrong. You know, you got a whole eternity to figure this thing out that you got again. I mean, hey, you could take a couple of more lifetimes with eternal beings. You're the sky amongst these many, many, many clouds that are passing by. But one day, you remember how massive you are. And not to get choked up by a cloud that's gray and puffy. And you let that joker just pass by. One day you're going to travel that soul's blueprint path in your life in the physical reality. Because you ain't about dying and going to no heaven. Heaven and hell is right here in your mind. And then your life in this physical reality going to change forever. You're going to know you go. Ding, 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 ding. Thank you for trusting the alchemist. All you going to know while in person form that you God in this matrix. You're going to begin to talk directly from the essence of your inner being. your non-physical version part of you, because see, some of you here and then some of you here. Your 99.9% is right here. It be that something said voice, and then your 0.01% is in your person. Like for me, I got a 0.01% that y'all might look at and think a black lady. But right now, talking to you is my 99.999%. Sure is. Because I remember myself. Because I know myself. And to know myself is me knowing God. That's why you feel me. That's why my message resonates. You done sat here and listened to me a couple of nights in a row. Trying to figure me out. That's why, God. That's why it ain't no accent. It ain't just because I'm a black lady. It's something deeper that you cannot see. You feel me and I feel you because we are one. We are one. It's an illusion of separation in this matrix. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist oil. Because there's only one God, one faith, one baptism. And we all on this journey, returning back to it by remembering ourselves and learning capacity within ourselves. So money could sit down with our ways. So love could sit down with our ways. So wholeness could sit down with our ways. But here's the trip part about it. When we get to that place, we want nothing. But then, you know how it goes. When you want nothing, you attract everything. Because you done successfully let go of all the resistance that you had and return back to your original form as water. Be water, my friend. The darkness that was on the face of the deep. Water. Thank y'all for being here. I did not realize that I was going to be preaching tonight. I thought we were going to be talking about the Alchemist, but one of the girls needed to hear that for whatever reason in their journey. And I am delightful to be a vessel for the message. Anybody have any questions before I get up out of here? I am Goddess Just Be. This is the Alchemist Oil, the world's most powerful antioxidant, antifungal, antiparasitic, antiviral, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory. It's available in the orange shopping cart below. Any questions? Thank you for the follows. If you want to partake in any of my other offerings, call me back. Call me back. This is how you call me back. What that is up there? 7,000 likes. Y'all was tapping the screen and sharing the live while I was yapping. Y'all just laying down, just listening to me yap. Thank you for viewing the Alchemist Oil. I don't have any questions look like it. Y'all was just listening to me preach. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist Oil. Let me go back to the bottom. Nope, I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Thank you for viewing the Alchemist Oil. So I'm about to get up out of here. I don't see any questions. Did I share everything? Yeah. I shared everything, and I included in this particular live the meal plans that you all could partake of if you're interested in that type of thing. While doing the Alchemist Oil, stay hydrated. Please stay hydrated. That is going to be the most important thing. Hydration and rest. And, try not to eat those big mucus-forming foods while doing this. And when I say mucus-forming, I mean like steaks and potatoes and po' boys and crawfish and oxtails. Those things are really, really highly beneficial. I mean, they might taste good to you, but kind of like say, lighten your load, like more like salads and fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds and herbs and spices that are blood type beneficial for you, because it makes no sense of getting rid of all this larva and the eggs and the adult parasites, and then you're replenishing yourself with a bunch of mucus. Allow your body to, at least get a good reset for the 7 days. So the load of the critters inside of your abdominal cavity or in your large and small intestines could be, can subside a little bit. So you could really experience a better quality of life, of health, of energy, of mental clarity. And this overall, thank you for trusting the Alchemist Oil. And this overall really helps you to hear your inner being voice. Thank you too. I appreciate you. And that's your something said voice, your non-physical aspect of yourself. So you could really be in alignment with who or what you are, or should I say the quantum field, the essence there, where all thoughts are coming from, where all ideas are coming from. Everything, if you call me back up here, everything that you see up here when you call me, every last thing, my inner being, thank you for trusting the alchemist, all created. You know, when you connected with your inner being, when you have enough capacity, you have the clarity, you have the power, the love, the sound mind enough to connect with your inner being. And so in the biblical text, it teaches us that, oh my gosh, seems like I'm preaching again. It says, in him I live, I breathe, I have my being. You're one with this quantum field. And so really and truly, we're talking about something physical, but it is my knowing. This is why we call it the alchemist oil. It is my knowing that it's going to help you in the spiritual realm. It's going to help to awaken the gods to their capacity. So be mindful of that when you use yours on your belly button before you go to bed. And as you expel those things, you're getting rid of a lot of waste, a lot of things that was maybe holding you bondage, hostage, so to speak, right? But gods are sovereign. Gods are whole. God's chakra pool of energy is supposed to be flowing. God should be in alignment with themselves. We be talking this stuff on conscious channels about being the chosen one and this and that and the third. God damn it, put on the whole armor of God. We be talking about all of this long damn suffering, like the spirituality is just like religion in a sense, to be continued with the long damn suffering. God don't gotta suffer. Put on the whole armor of God and stop the damn suffering. If anything, God causes others to deal with its polarity, because I am the Alpha and the Omega. Get over there to that Omega side. I am the beginning and the end. I am the first and the last. The author and the finisher. Right? Get on the other side, God, and experience that part of yourself. You could take a break from a poor boy and experience what a salad look like or taste like. You see what I'm saying? Beautiful. So do what you want with it. That was the message you wanted me to deliver to you, because I am merely your subconscious mind. You asked a question, God, and here I go answering it. Thank you for being here. This message was brought to you by Goddess Just Be and her creation, the Alchemist Oil, pure alchemy in a bottle, just like you in that matrix. Okay, bye. Y'all be blessed. Thank you for being here.